My 600-pound life star. One of Dr. Now's most recent patients is Krystal Armintor. At 620 pounds, she made an appearance in season 13. For nearly her whole life, she has battled severe obesity. In addition to causing several issues with her marriage, her unhealthy obsession with food finally led to a divorce. However, Krystal startled a lot of followers by going back online with an unrecognizable photo, despite all the anguish. To witness her astonishing metamorphosis, continue reading. Krystal's encounter with Dr. Now was quite the adventure. The My 600lb Life celebrity promptly adhered to her rigorous calorie-restricted diet. She did, however, experience some difficulties once her BMI hit 101, which is regarded as one of the highest in the series. Krystal was further inspired to alter her way of life by this. She finally lost 181 pounds, reaching a weight of over 450 pounds, and qualified for bariatric surgery. By the end of her episode, she still has a lot of work to do. However, when Krystal went back online, she looked completely different, leaving her fans in awe. During her weight reduction quest, Krystal Armintor recently posted fresh pictures of herself on Facebook. Given how much thinner she seems in the picture, it appears like the My 600lb Life actress has reached yet another target milestone. Krystal claims that she visited a hairdresser to get her grey hair removed, and the outcome was satisfactory. She also seems to have gotten a haircut, which shocked a lot of her followers. Krystal has not yet said how much she weighs. However, judging by her recent pictures, she could weigh less than 300 pounds. Very gorgeous, I adore it. Grey hair. You appear to be 20 years old. Fantastic work, Olivia. It really fits you, sweetie. Love it. I adore Olivia, I said. She is a wonderful lady, and I used to work with her. Amazing, my darling. It really fits you, sweetie. I adore it. After her divorce from Mark, Krystal has also been leading a happy life. The star of My 600lb Life explained that she and her ex-husband are still friendly and that they didn't harbor animosity toward one another. She added that although she will always think well of him, it was best for them to part ways. Krystal is currently seeing someone else, and she respects how he has taken on the role of father to her nieces and nephews. In addition to her romantic life, Krystal Armintor intends to start a food channel on YouTube. She has started posting snippets of her culinary lessons to social media, and her admirers are thrilled to see her nutritious food. Krystal presently works at Holiday Inn, according to her Facebook page. Greetings. Few reality TV programs have had as much of an impact on viewers as My 600lb Life. The show follows the remarkable experiences of people who are fighting excessive obesity, highlighting their setbacks, victories, and life-changing paths to well-being and self-acceptance. One of the many gripping tales is that of Krystal Armintor, a lady whose tenacity and willpower brought about a breathtaking metamorphosis that has astounded both admirers and watchers. Krystal looks very different in recent photos than she did in the past, and her metamorphosis is quite remarkable. This article provides a thorough picture of a lady who refused to let her circumstances define her by exploring her journey, challenges, victories, and life after the cameras stopped filming. Early years and challenges. Like many of the stories on My 600lb Life, Krystal Armintor's narrative starts like this. She was born into a world full with obstacles, and she struggled with her physical and mental well-being from an early age. Her weight rapidly rose over time, which was made worse by mental health problems, emotional stress, and a lack of support networks to assist her deal with her complicated situation. Krystal struggled with emotions of loneliness and hopelessness as a child. She turned to food as a source of comfort during difficult emotional periods. She eventually reached the 600-pound milestone after a slow but unrelenting path towards obesity. Her quality of life had seriously deteriorated, and her health was in grave risk. Joining My 600lb Life, Krystal's yearning for change was the driving force behind her choice to join My 600lb Life. She realized that she needed assistance to change her life since her current course was unsustainable. The show gave her access to a group of medical experts committed to assisting her in reaching her health objectives, including renowned bariatric surgeon Dr. Yunan Nausaradan. Krystal encountered several obstacles during the filming process, including psychological, physical, and emotional ones. She had to face difficult realities about her connection with food, her prior traumas, and her own self-worth along the difficult trip. But with tenacity and encouragement from her loved ones, she started to make great strides. Her journey of transformation. Krystal's change was about taking back her life, not simply about losing weight. A rigorous medical regimen, dietary guidance, mental health assistance, and a dedication to lifestyle modifications were all part of the process. Although her early weight reduction was encouraging, setbacks that are typical of such significant changes frequently hampered her progress. Her choice to get bariatric surgery was one of the turning points in her journey. She was able to speed up her weight reduction and begin seeing a better future thanks to this operation, which was a turning point in her life. Viewers saw her lose weight, recover her mobility, and regain her confidence with every month that went by. Her commitment was not limited to the clinic. Krystal made dietary changes, added regular exercise, and pursued emotional recovery. In order to address the underlying problems that led to her prior eating habits, she also attended therapy sessions to improve her mental health. The strength of self-discovery and support. Krystal's support network was a key component of her success. She received crucial support and accountability from her family, friends, and fellow participants. She gained confidence in herself and her ability to change as a result of their steadfast support. Self-discovery was another aspect of her quest. She realized that her value was not determined by her weight and started to appreciate the significance of accepting and loving herself. This change in perspective was crucial to keeping her motivated and cultivating an optimistic view of her future. The new weight loss photo is unrecognizable. Fans and followers were recently taken aback by a brand new Krystal snapshot. The woman in the photo is very different from the one they knew from her previous appearances on the show. Her posture is more erect, her face is thinner, and she exudes confidence and vigor all around. On social media, this picture went viral as people expressed their amazement and appreciation for her change. Her bravery, tenacity, and persistent dedication to her health were praised in the deluge of comments. Many observed that, in sharp contrast to how she looked at first, her face now radiates joy and confidence. This photo is evidence of her diligence and hard work. It emphasizes the idea that change is possible, no matter how overwhelming the obstacle may appear, and it represents hope for those facing comparable struggles. After show life. Krystal's presence on My 600lb Life * was not the end of her adventure. She kept putting her health first after the program, consulting with doctors to keep off the weight and enhance her general health. By sharing her experience, she became an ambassador for obesity awareness and encouraged others to follow their own health-related journeys. Her social media accounts are constantly updated with information on her journey, including milestone celebrations, nutritious recipe sharing, and words of encouragement to help her fans get through difficult times. Krystal's tale has turned into a ray of hope, showing that change is possible if one has self-love, support, and perseverance. Obstacles and achievements. Krystal has encountered continuous difficulties in spite of her achievements. It takes ongoing work to maintain weight reduction, and the psychological effects of previous traumas might reappear suddenly. She is steadfast in her resolve, nevertheless. She keeps up her optimistic attitude, attends therapy, and takes part in support groups. Her experience serves as a reminder that change is rarely a straight line. It entails progress, lessons learned, and setbacks. Krystal's tenacity serves as an example of the value of tolerance, self-control, and social support. Motivation for others. It is very remarkable how Krystal changed from a lady who weighed over 600 pounds to someone who is completely different in her most recent shot. Numerous others who are struggling with their own health concerns find inspiration in her narrative, which demonstrates that change is achievable despite how overwhelming the challenges may appear. Her change highlights a number of important points. Love for oneself is vital. The first step to significant transformation is self-acceptance. Support networks are important. Progress is accelerated when one is surrounded by supportive individuals. Perseverance is rewarded. Despite setbacks, success comes from persistent effort. Healthcare has the power to change lives. A combination of lifestyle modifications and medical therapies can significantly enhance quality of life. In conclusion, The tale of Krystal Armintor is a potent illustration of the resiliency and rebirth of the human soul. Her latest shot, which captures her metamorphosis so beautifully, is a powerful example of the transformative power of self-belief, support, and dedication. As she proceeds on her path, she inspires everyone who encounters comparable difficulties by serving as a reminder that hope and tenacity may bring about amazing transformation, regardless of how overwhelming the obstacle may seem. Her path from extreme obesity to improved health and self-esteem is a ray of hope, a brilliant illustration that everything is achievable with unflinching dedication and that change starts with one small step.